You're in time for New Vision TV News. I am Ruth Naseje. May 27th has passed unnoticed by Ugandans, yet in the previous government, it was the biggest public event on the calendar. As we prepare to celebrate Uganda martyrs who are spiritual heroes on June 3rd and other national heroes on June 9th, New Vision TV takes you through the different heroes that the country has recognized since independence and before.
Before independence, the birthday of the reigning Queen or King of England was a great event celebrated all over the colonies, including Uganda. That ended with the independence in 1962.
Uganda is born again, free and independent.
In Kampala, the central region, the birthday of the reigning Kabaka was a very big event. However, in November 1965, the Uganda Police Band was barred from performing at Sir Edward Mutesa's birthday. The Prime Minister, Milton Obote, who was Chief Executive of Uganda, explained that the National Police could not perform at a private function. Of course, the rift between the Kabaka and the Prime Minister was already wide as Obote kept criticizing people who enjoy privileges by what he called accident of birth. Public celebration of the Kabaka's birthday ceased in 1966 after the violent abolition of the kingdoms. Celebrating people by the calendar ceased and was not revived during the military regime of the 70s. However, when President Idi Amin saw people celebrating the 1st of January a year after he took power, he quickly claimed it as his birthday, saying it was okay for Ugandans to celebrate it as a public holiday. While Amin most probably lied about January the 1st, it is actually the birthday of Bush War hero and commander of Operation Wealth Creation, General Salim Saleh. A year after Amin's government fell, the exiled former president, who he had overthrown a decade earlier, Milton Obote, returned from Tanzania on May the 27th. Obote's light aircraft landed at Bushenyi. The choice of Bushenyi was based on the support Obote enjoyed there, unlike Entebbe Airport, which is in Buganda, that hated him passionately. This was at the start of campaigns for the historical 1980 elections that were to be the first since independence. Obote's supporters thronged from all corners of Uganda to Bushenyi, well facilitated by the head of state, Paulo Muwanga, who was Obote's deputy in the UPC party. For the subsequent 5 years, May 27th became the biggest public event of Uganda, celebrated always in Bushenyi, where all government civil servants could claim allowances to travel to Bushenyi for what was officially called a hero's return. At the event, President Obote would perform the so-called roll call, calling the district delegations one by one in alphabetical order, coincidentally starting with his own Apache then, as the crowd roared back, "Everywhere UPC." After 1985, celebrating individuals by the calendar stopped in the early 1990s. The interim government moved to streamline public holidays on the calendar. All national heroes were given June 9th, the day Edidian Lutamagzi, a Luwero peasant, laid down his life to save guerrilla commander Yoweri Museveni from capture by Obote's government forces. The Uganda martyrs were given June 3rd, which is also their Catholic calendar feast day. June 3rd is also the day of total liberation, when the Tanzanian Liberation Forces reached the Sudan border in 1979, driving the last Amin soldier who had not been killed or captured out of the country. A committee for identifying and naming national heroes has since been set up and is currently chaired by General Eli Tumwine, the first post-1986 Army commander. Every year, it nominates hundreds of Ugandans for different classes of medals. Because they have to be personally awarded by the president, they are now spread throughout the official celebrations, at which he awards many.
And moving on, although an increasing number of Ugandans, including women and children, are rushing into new gold mines hoping to hit the jackpot, many spend long hours daily into the pits without striking the world's most precious metal. New Vision TV's Pascal Kwesiga has been touring the mines.
Mother of four Pamela Atieno left home in the Far East and came to Namayingo in search for gold fortune to give her children a better life. But in a 12-hour search involving breaking the ore rocks in the pits and sieving, on many occasions Atieno does not get even 1 gram of gold. The whole of Uganda is increasingly getting glittered with gold mines like where Atieno works. More are joining at Zano mining in Mubende, Buhweju, Bushenyi, Namayingo, Karamoja, Bugiri and Busia districts. But the country is so endowed with minerals that in Karamoja some of the artisanal miners, including girls, do not have to dig deep to strike gold. But without geological survey equipment and satellite assistance, how do these mostly illiterate miners find the precious minerals?
It is all about the machines, the boys who are doing the mining, having money and know how to follow the vein. Because our veins don't move in a straight line, they always move. So you need to have an engineer down there or you yourself to follow that vein. It is not straight that you have to just follow it in a straight line, because there are times when it curves and curves. So you have to make sure that you follow all the curves and get down to that rich gold.
However, environmentalists are worried that the unregulated activities of the artisanal miners are degrading the environment.
Well, we're having a serious problem with mercury. As you may be aware, mercury is persistent in the environment. It has significant health issues or challenges. In Mubende, we have 2 sub-counties that have gold mines, and the only way they can process the gold is by use of mercury or cyanide. Currently, we do not have the exact figures of how many are using this chemical, but the chemical is rampant. It's being used all over. It is evidenced in our wetlands, which are affected, and yet it's the only source of water for the communities living around those areas. The wetlands are also, leading to some of the major lakes, and they are being really seriously polluted.
But the miners say they are taking measures to reduce the environmental footprint of their activities. Although gold is the most expensive metal known to man, the people who mine it are the poorest in Uganda. I'm Pascal Kwesiga for New Vision TV.
And that's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more news updates on your mobile phone, on your desktop, on your tablet, and anywhere on the go by visiting our website at www.newvision.co.ug. I am Ruth Naseje.